Josh, this is a good one. Does cannabis actually help with your anxiety? It can seem to help. You know, I used to do this when I was a teenager. Man, we all have different chemistry. It used to make me so hyper, you'd think I was on cocaine. Like, it didn't matter if it was sativa or indigo or mixed or sensimillion, anything. I was so... It didn't jive with my chemistry at all. There were some times, and then later, when I'd take like the edibles or THC oil. It's a little more pure. This goes with any plant, anything you do, any medicine. It depends where you get it from. You don't want to go to a drug dealer's house and the energy's all messed up. But if you grow your own or you know somebody, okay. So we're talking about the highest level of cannabis. Let's assume you have that. Is that good? What it would do for me is give me a pseudo sense of calmness. It would like force my body to calm down a little bit, but underneath that there was some tension. And if I kept doing it, that would grow. And there would be, in the long run, this could take months or years, maybe decades, the pseudo calmness would decrease and this underlying sense of edginess would increase. That's my experience with cannabis. And that's what I see in others who have a overly sensitive nervous system or a mental health disorder. Some people can handle the cannabis if they're already a strong constitution, their nervous system's strong, like they don't have that kind of karma, like a weaker nervous system. Yeah, they can do it and it's not such a big deal. But those who have a weaker, whose nervous system's compromised, what I see is they get worse. It makes them more restless. They needed to do it more often. Their tolerance for it gets less, and they just become a bit more mentally unstable. When I say a bit, that's an understatement. Actually, most so-called medicines or drugs, pharmaceutical or natural, if I'm using it as something to make my body do, instead of using nature or some natural, less abrasive methods, if I'm using like stronger external chemistry to invoke a change, that at some point is going to stop working. Just will. That's why people, they have to change. You have to change the medications after some time or increase it, or it's a never-ending thing of trying to balance this out. Disclaimer though, sometimes we got to do that. I'm not telling people to not do that. Sometimes the karma is so heavy, just to be able to function, you got to do that. That's okay, God will take care of you. But it doesn't make what I'm saying any less true either. See, both are true. Some people don't want to hear this truth because then it makes them feel guilty and bad. But it's like it is what it is. You have to trust life and existence, and you do the best you can do. God's going to take care of you. The universe is going to take care of you. It brought you here. It's going to take care of you. And you're not going to be stuck in this body so long anyway, so what difference does it make? You do the best you can do. But at the same time, if you feel intuitively led to, and the consciousness is doing this, not the mind. You got to know the difference between your mind and the consciousness. If the consciousness is ready to kind of transcend the dependency and need for external chemistry, then cooperate with that. And you just start to ask God to help you with this. Say, look, I can't function without these things that I'm taking, but yet these things that I'm taking, I don't like the side effects. It feels like it dulls my mind. I want to be more in the highest version of myself, and I feel like these things are blocking me. Can you help show me what to do? If you want me to continue taking this, if this is just the destiny, okay, can you help me accept that then? Just help me be at peace, period. Taking stuff or not taking stuff. I want to do your will. I don't want to listen to my mind anymore. I can't figure anything out, and it just makes me more anxious. I want to do what you want me to do. If that's your prayer, your daily prayer, and you do it all the time, you're going to be led and shown how to exist in this life and be happy, period. That's the main point. But check yourself and see, when you use cannabis, how does it feel? If you feel good using it, okay. If you know, in your heart, if you feel good, it's okay. There's no standard here. I can't say all 8 billion people in the world, it's not good to do cannabis and project my previous experience onto them. No, we're all different. God put cannabis here, so there you go. It's just not for everybody. Is it for you? This is the question. How do you feel when you do it? Does it increase you? Does it maybe calm you down for a little bit, but then later it brings the anxiety back up, and you notice over the months or years that starts to keep increasing? Has your anxiety seemingly got worse over the last 2 years using cannabis? As far as if you look at the big picture, you know, we have to do this introspection and analysis and see, so that we can give God, there's some space and open-mindedness for this universal power to work through us and help us maybe get on a better track, you know, instead of just following this habitual program that we always follow. I love doing introspection. We should introspect all the time. It gets to where it's natural, though. It's like you just automatically, you're just checking yourself, your motives, what you're doing. Is this good for me, or am I just doing this to get a dopamine hit? You know, which is going to make my nervous system crash it more in the long run. Do I feel like I don't have any power to stop doing this, though? Get in touch with how that feels. Like don't deny the reality of your situation. Look at all this. Sit quiet at night or lay in the bath and just do introspection and just see. Get somebody to help you. If your mind blocks you from being able to do this, some people can't do it. I've been doing it since I was a teenager. I quit smoking weed and alcohol when I was 15 and a half. So I had a lot of time to do this stuff. Everybody's out partying and doing all that. I'm like trying to figure out, like, what am I doing here? How do you be successful externally and internally? And I would just contemplate and check myself all the time. Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Where's that coming from? Like, why? Why do I get mad if somebody makes fun of me or something? Like, why do I take that personal? Like, it's obvious they're a bit ignorant. They're kind of stupid, or they're doing it because they want to show off in front of their girlfriend or their friend. Like I know this, so why am I getting affected by it? I would do that level of introspection. I knew the weed wasn't good for me. That's why I checked myself into a rehab, because, and I knew I couldn't stop. So you got to do this. If we introspect and we start to see clear our situation, higher powers will come assist us and show us the remedy. It'll show us the way. But if we just continually try to blot out of our mind the reality of our situation, then we kind of waste our whole life, really. A lot of people waste their whole life. They can live 70, 80, 90 years and never really have transformed or anything. They just follow the program because it hurts too much to actually look and see, like, check yourself, you know. Where am I coming from inside myself? Am I, you know, do I want to be like this? Do I like how I'm acting? If I don't, do I have the power to stop? They don't contemplate that. It's just like an automatic machine that's running. So contemplate that and have a spiritual practice. Go see my channel, Spiritual Renaissance. And these channels, I have 3 channels. This is to help one discover their highest self. This is why I'm making videos. In mental health situations can be difficult. And I think there's a lot of addicts out there. That's the other thing. If you can't stop smoking weed, but you really want to, go to Marijuana Anonymous online or Narcotics Anonymous. They have Zoom meetings. It's a 12-step spiritual program. You'll be in the fellowship of others who are doing the same thing in all levels. Some are really trying to stop and they can't. Others have stopped. They've transcended it. And so they support each other. And there's a collective supportive energy in those rooms that can help you quit. That's how I quit. I could not have quit otherwise. I needed those meetings when I was a teenager. I just couldn't quit. I needed to hear people who used to not be able to quit and now they quit. I needed to hang out with them and talk to them. This was God working through them, helping me. So utilize these tools that God put here on the planet to help. Have a good day.